Welcome to Nerdgasm, everyone. What is going on? Today we're going to be showing Marvel some love and going over the Defenders trailer. First thing we get right in the beginning of the trailer, do you guys remember Jessica Jones' crackhead roommate who actually turned out not to be a crackhead but was turned into a crackhead by the Purple Man? Well, it turns out that he is dead. Because if you look right here at the bottom of this file, it has his name, Malcolm Ducasse, or Ducasse, or Degrassi, whatever his name is. And Jessica's being interviewed by Misty Knight, who was asking her, why did you kill my dude who was doing all the police shits for me? He was doing all the stuff. Well, it looks like that's his blood on her face, and this might be right after that happened. I don't know if we're going to see it in the episodes, or maybe it's just going to be one of those things where it jumps right into the Defenders and stuff's happened and we have to figure out everything through flashbacks. I mean, if you watch Arrow, then flashbacks are not new to you. But it sucks that he is dead. And it seems like his death might have to do with whatever's going on with the Defenders. Maybe Sigourney Weaver's character actually got him killed, but we'll have to wait to find out. Fun fact, I don't know if you knew, but Jessica Jones' crackhead ex-neighbor was actually a red Power Ranger. For those of you who didn't know that, he used to be a Power Ranger, and it looks like being a Power Ranger does not pay well, because you gotta be a crackhead after being a Power Ranger. It's really weird. The next thing we're going to talk about is the barbershop from Luke Cage that we saw get shot up 50 times in the Luke Cage series. I really hope you saw that and that I didn't just spoil that for you. And if you haven't seen Luke Cage, why haven't you seen Luke Cage yet? Luke Cage eventually becomes a hero for hire and he works with the Iron Fist. They have this small little shop. It's basically like their own agency thing. People come in, they ask them for help, they get paid. We're seeing the barbershop here, and I'm really hoping that the barbershop is going to be where they open up the Heroes for Hire agency. That would be awesome. They might open it up in the Defenders, or maybe they'll open it up at the end of the Defenders, because it looks like they're going to have that whole scenario where I can do things by myself. I don't need you. It might be at the end of the series that they're going to go, we should be the Defenders, be a team, street level team, because that's what the Defenders are. The Defenders are basically the street level version of the Avengers, because the Avengers don't want to handle the small stuff. But like I said, it's probably going to be a lot of problems, and they're going to have to get together. And thank God there is one person that 3 out of the 4 people know. Claire. Yes, people, Claire Temple is going to be in this series, and it's going to be a little awkward, because I don't know if you guys remember, but Claire slept with Daredevil, which is going to be a very interesting conversation if they bring it up, because she's currently trying to hook up with Luke Cage, and she also hung out with Danny Rand. So Luke Cage is probably going to have some questions like, so you just sleeping with everybody on the team? She's going to be like, I didn't sleep with the Kung Fu dude. And she's like, well, which Kung Fu dude? The blind Kung Fu dude, or the Kung Fu dude with the curly hair who's supposed to be Asian American? It's going to be a really weird thing, but it looks like Claire might be the compass here, and Claire might have to be the one who keeps them on track. Honestly, I don't think Stick cares about getting them to cooperate. I just think Stick cares about getting them to do the job. So Claire's going to have to be the morality here. Speaking of the Immortal Iron Fist, guys, did anybody else find it hilarious when Luke Cage lays the Iron Fist out, just whap, just right to the chest? It was great. He's trying to go all kung fu, and then he does nothing with that hand. What was that? It was hilarious. I love it. I feel like that's how it would go down in real life too, because that dude had to put on so much muscle to play Luke Cage. But I love the next shot where he's charging up his Iron Fist, and then he goes to punch Luke Cage in the face, and it actually works. If you guys did see Luke Cage, you remember the scene where Luke Cage gets punched in the face, and that guy just fucks his hand up. I mean, wrist bones, fingers popped. It was just horrible. Fractured everything. Oh my God. So it was hilarious to see that transition, that the Immortal Iron Fist, when using the Iron Fist, can actually hurt Luke Cage. And even Luke Cage is like, yo, what is up with the glowing hand, man? Like, what? How did you hurt me? So it's going to be fun to see him have to explain how he's the Immortal Iron Fist. Because from the trailer, we see that when he says, I'm the Immortal Iron Fist, Luke Cage is like, what? I don't care. How'd you do it? Now, I mentioned Stick and Sigourney Weaver. It seems like Stick and Sigourney Weaver are yin and yang in this show. And Stick is going to be for the good guys. Sigourney Weaver is going to be for the bad guys. But it looks like Sigourney Weaver is going to be the main villain for this show. I say looks like because if you've ever just paid attention to the theme of the shows, except for Jessica Jones, there's usually like a shift in who the bad guy is. So it's possible Sigourney Weaver may be the main villain, or she may be working for the main villain, but either way, they always do this little thing where halfway through, they try to make like a little shift. Just so you guys know, Sigourney Weaver is not from the comic books. It's a brand new character. She could possibly be someone who was resurrected, so maybe she's like a little bit different than everybody else. I mean, if you're working with the hand, then obviously, it looks like at some point you've been resurrected. Speaking of resurrected, Elektra. Guys, Elektra is going to be coming back in this show. We get 2 shots of Elektra. One where she's in the tomb thing where she was put at the end of Daredevil Season 2. And then we get another shot of her sneaking up behind the Defenders in this hallway. At first, I thought maybe they were clearing out the hallway and they had rescued her, because even though Daredevil knows that she's bad for him, the Daredevil Elektra romance goes like really deep. So I just thought maybe they were coming to get her at first. I thought they were coming to get her. But then when I rewatched the trailer, it's really quick. You might miss it. Elektra throws Daredevil through this glass window. She like palms him in the chest, which is funny because it looks like the same kind of move that Iron Fist tried to do to Luke Cage. And Daredevil just goes flying through this glass door. Now it turns out that Elektra being resurrected, she's a lot stronger than she was from season 2, which actually tracks with the comic books because Elektra's been resurrected in the comic books and she came back a lot meaner, a lot more badass, a lot more killer than she was when she first went in. I mean, don't get me wrong, she wasn't an angel when she went in, but she came back a lot more savage once she got resurrected. And also, the Hand resurrected a recently deceased Hulk in the comic books, and that was crazy. They needed her help to try and figure out how to stop the Hulk. But going back to this scene we're in where she's sneaking up on them in the hallway, does anybody else want to see just one episode where their freaking enemy is just a fucking corridor? Because they love their corridors. I mean, corridors in this show are a staple at this point. I can't wait to see when Punisher gets his own show what his corridor scene is going to look like, because the one in Daredevil was badass. The one in his show is probably going to be amazing. Now, I know some of you might not watch The Defenders because I know some people didn't like Jessica Jones, some people didn't like Iron Fist. I get you, I hear you, but here's what I'm saying. The Defenders is more than just Jessica Jones or Iron Fist. The Defenders is about 4 different heroes from different backgrounds, different problems, coming together to try to fight the crimes that the Avengers don't fight. They try to do the things for the people that the Avengers can't do. Not everyone can fly to Sokovia and try to stop Ultron. Some people need to stay here, put out the fires, rescue the people, defend the neighborhoods, and that's what the Defenders are about. So even if you didn't like the individual shows, I'm saying give this a chance. And also, Sigourney Weaver is a pretty great actress, so if she's going to be in it, then I don't think she would be in it if it was going to be bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for the Defenders? Do you guys want to see Defenders or Punisher more? Which one? I don't know. I want to see the Defenders more than Punisher, only because it's like a mini Avengers. I like that. I like teams. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.